it's good to be in the house of the Lord tonight. It's time to start Bible study. We're working on a new series. Starting a new series from our Bible study. And if you're joining us online, please read along with us so we can be one big Bible study family, all reading together. Searching the Scriptures. Brother Vista. It ain't Father's Day week, but we might as well enjoy an extra day. You know, they ain't putting no gifts in the stores for us. It was the slim pickings around here for the fathers. Then I went on YouTube. They had a Happy Mother's Day something thing. I said, man, they done got rid of us already? It didn't even, know the advertising to be whatever season it is, man. We was done already. I was like, man, didn't give us no time. They already threw a national holiday, Juneteenth today. After they don't want us to have nothing. We can't have Father's Day 4-day weekend. Boy, I tell you. But Brother B, please pray for tonight's Bible study, sir. Amen. Thank you, brother. Get this thing pulled up here. We're going to be starting off the Bible and science. The Bible and science. Is anybody here that thinks the Bible and science are at odds, like they're fighting opposite sides, like we're Jedi and then they're the Sith? Does anybody think that? Or does everybody know? What do you think? Is the Bible, can they be, what did one man say, can the Bible and science be reconciled? Well, first off, the Bible is vastly more accurate, as we'll get into, than science. So, first off, you might want to go with the one that hadn't been proven wrong, because that other one keep failing, They tell you one year, save the tree. Save the trees. Don't buy paper. Buy plastic. Then now they're saying, all plastic killing the dolphins in the ocean. Don't use plastic. Buy wood straws. I said, but would they make up their mind? Which one's going to kill us first, the trees or the plastic? I don't know. Then come to find out, my beloved cookies. I've been, getting a little smarter, a little health conscious. Did you know that most cookies, whether you get Oreo, Chips Ahoy, Toll House in the pack, not even just the pre-made cookies, but the pack, Toll House, Pillsbury let me down. All of them say made with bioengineered food product. I said, wait a minute, we've been making cookies for a long time as humans. Why do we need to go to the lab to make cookies? Then I just kept looking. I was like, well, somebody got to be using just flour and yeast and, natural stuff. Man, I ain't found them yet. I even went to the front of Walmart. I said, well, maybe I give me some white chocolate macadamia nut. These in the bag, they already made with bioengineered food product. I said, oh, man. So what, I'm going to have to grow some barley around here or something? I just want some cookies that's safe. Hurt my feelings. Wasn't none of them safe. All of them had that stuff in there. So I looked up what it means. It means it's made with a GMO or genetically modified grain. A grain that they made it to where it can't reproduce. And nothing. I said, but grain naturally reproduces. All plants naturally reproduce. Wait a minute. They killed it so it can't reproduce? I don't think I want to put that in my body. So right now I'm not eating cookies. I ain't found one that worked yet, so we'll have to figure that out. I was like, man, I can't even get the dough or nothing. This all got bioengineered food products. So, I don't know how health conscious you want to be, but it's kind of like that hot dog video on how they make hot dogs. Don't watch it if you want to enjoy another hot dog. That's all I'm going to tell you. It was, when you see what that pink meat is, it just ruined it for you. You like, oh. So now I just eat links and smoked sausages because, I feel like the gristle in that it came from an animal. I don't know. Don't tell me if it's not. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Let me enjoy it. And Sister Joyce writing there like, yeah, get them, Pastor. They're meat eaters. I just got back right on time for this Bible study. Yeah. Y'all eating that fake food. Look at them. Ha, ha, ha. You thought it was chitlins, didn't you? No, I'm just teasing. We glad Sister Joyce made it back. She got to go enjoy the wedding, see some family. So it was good for her to get away. You went up to Missouri, right? Illinois. Illinois. Okay, when it's all family, Illinois. So that was a blessing. You ain't go to Chicago, did you? Oh, yeah, good job. That's why she made it back safe. She ain't go, they just shoot each other every weekend. 100 people shot in Chicago. Why y'all still live there? I would move. Man, 100 people got shot every weekend? I can't enjoy the holidays. Forget Halloween. I don't want to go Christmas shopping. They're going to kill people. About 300 going to die. I was like, You know what? I always wondered what an hour was like. I got to move somewhere closer where them gangbangers ain't at. I don't even understand all that. But thank God she made it back. We're glad to have her. Glad to have you here. Glad that you made it to join us online. But we're starting our Bible study, the Bible and Science. Where are we going to pick up at? Every human being thinks the same way, to some degree. We define here as being where we are. Everything and everyone else is over there. Each of us think to some degree that we're the center of the universe. Not in a proud, arrogant way, but that's what we talk. Come over here. That's what you tell people. You're the center. We all say it. We all do it. I know it's semantics, but I'm making a point. But let's take a little further. Define now. Where is now? When is now? You can't, because as soon as you say it's right now, guess what? Time has moved on. It's no longer now. It's going to be then. Or past tense. It's moved on. But if you try to pinpoint now, it becomes then. I often find myself explaining nature of now after I ask people if they've ever stolen something. Have you ever stolen something? Please don't raise your hands. Don't raise. Look. Notice what I did? If you could zoom in, I don't know how good the light is on, but I closed my eyes after I asked that, so I wouldn't be a witness to none of that. I don't need to listen. R. Kelly in jail, we don't need no confessions. That's not what this is about. You don't have to confess to me and tell me all your wrongdoings and say, Pappy, pray for me, bow my head. No, we don't need to do all that. We don't need to do all that. It was a figurative question. Figurative question. I don't want to be like, Pastor, how'd you know I stole the cookies out the cookie jar today? I didn't. But if God got you for stealing them cookies, then, put that shoe on, Cinderella. But after I asked people about stealing things, the typical answer is, yes, I have, but that was in the past. Then I explained to them that everything is in the past. You're even forced to define the reading of this sentence as something that was done in the past. Even though I just said it, because time is always moving. Time is always moving forward. There's always motion. You may be thinking that's a little strange, but it's true. Then we say things like the sun rises, the sky is still blue, and up is still up. All these things. But none of them are true. The sun never rises. The truth is that the earth turns around that gives the illumination. That's what we consider rising, but it doesn't rise. It just stays still in the middle of our solar system. The sky isn't blue. You can ask any astronaut, they'll tell you that the sky has no color. We breathe in air. Have you ever seen it coming in unless it was cold or extremely hot and you get the vapors? Just see them flowing off the ground. But right now, do you see the air coming in? There's air filling this room right now. Do you know outside of molecules, the biggest thing in this room is air? What? But we don't see it though. Air has no color. But when it float up, it get a blue tint. Now, come on now. You know it's more to that on why we see blue in the sky. And then up on the North Pole isn't the same up that it is on the South Pole. But we would still call it up, but it's not. But those are things that we say, and it's not wrong to say them. They fit quite well in how we describe things. But they aren't 100% accurate. Although they are accurate, they're not 100% accurate. What's this thing doing? We're trying to close on it. Sorry about that. I think I need to delete some stuff. My storage was looking full. I've been putting too many messages and lessons in here. We'll figure it out, though. Google got to work with me. Be good, Google. I don't know if good and Google go together, though, these days. Because the name of the company is the Alphabet Company. If you see what they into, you were like, Jesus, how do I put DuckDuckGo on my computer? You know, that's the one we used in school. It's a better browser. We use it in school. We use it sometimes for our personal stuff. But DuckDuckGo, they don't track everything you do. They kind of let you just be free humans. Because have you noticed you be having a conversation? Oh, I wouldn't mind some spaghetti. And then you go on your browser, it starts sending you commercials for Prego, Ragu. Man, how they know? How they know I was thinking about some spaghetti? Well, something, your phone, the Amazon Alexa, somebody heard you say spaghetti, and so, you know, that's where they start sending you spaghetti commercials. You ever notice that happens? It's the thing. It's software that does it. And even if it ain't your phone, somebody's phone on, and they phone heard it. So they're tracking it. If you don't believe me, just go somewhere in the room by yourself, in the bathroom closet somewhere, and say something strange that you ain't never talked about. And then when you see it in your browser, you be like, it's like magic. No, it ain't. They just listen. They just listen. Have you know whenever you say, hey, Alexa, or Siri, or Bixby, or whatever, they answer? How they know you was about to talk? Because they always listening. Everybody's phone's always listening. Unless you turn it off, but it's a good thing. Because sometimes we find a good, ooh, I was thinking about spaghetti. I needed a coupon. And, you know, they send you something with $5, $10 off. You're like, oh, that's a win. And you clip that coupon for Fry's or Kroger's or wherever you shop at, Safeway. They had an 8-piece for $5. We like to get that sometimes in that fried chicken. Then we just re-season it, though. But, you know, we get that chicken, do something with it, debone it. We throw it in the fried rice every now and again. Be like, oh, there's that Szechuan right here. Make some orange chicken. It's like, ooh, the fried chicken even had good flavor. Now you know our secret. Sometimes we get that Safeway fried chicken and debone it. Why? Because you need a quick meal. It works. Make a little orange seasoning on there, toss it in there, get you some steamed rice. You know, we don't even boil rice no more. Back in the day, remember that? Was one of your first cooking lessons, making toast and how to boil rice. Now you just throw it in the rice cooker. Just hit the button. It'll click up when it's ready. You're like, oh, it's good to go. Nope, they didn't even have minute. I was actually grown before I ever saw minute rice. I saw the commercial, but I never had none. Ooh. Maybe I was in my 30s. I don't know. I'm definitely was in my 30s if I ever bought some, but I think I saw it in my 20s maybe. I saw it. I might have eaten it. I don't know. You know, I ate over somebody else's house. You know, I don't know how they made the rice. It was just good rice. But I don't think I ever bought it talking about it in my 30s. Minute rice. I was like, what is that? San Francisco treat or something like that was a commercial. We didn't buy that. We went and got the stove top in the corner that was on sale. We might have got we didn't have great value back in the day. What was it called? Cost Cutter. So we got Cost Cutter brand. Some of y'all remember y'all get that can that just said meat. And there was a picture of a cow, so that's how you knew it was beef. You was like, what kind of meat is it? Or you had that peanut butter, you had to stir. They called it kneading it. I remember the first time as a kid, I cracked it open like, ooh, I'm going to get me a peanut butter and jelly. I cracked it open, there was oil on top. I said, ooh, what in the slime? And I poured the oil out. I ain't know no better. I poured the oil out. I was like, this peanut butter dry. It's terrible. And my mama came home. Mama, this peanut butter nasty. Boy, you supposed to mix that in there. What kind of, you don't have to, we can't just get Jif. I mean, we can't skip over to Skippy or something. Like, boy, if you don't eat that peanut butter, you done poured all that oil out, wasting that peanut butter. Commodities, that's what we used to call it. Get that commodity box back in the day. With that cheese, remember that cheese? Ooh, make the best grilled cheese and bologna sandwich. Put it right there in the middle. It didn't never melt. Just the edges get nice and crispy for you. Y'all remember. Y'all didn't get the commodity box on the island? Y'all didn't get that? Oh, man, I thought they shipped that everywhere. The USDA, United States Department of Agriculture. Well, I'm taking it back. They don't get it away no more. That was good eating. No, they didn't get it. They didn't get it. I think they got it in Hawaii, though. I was just seeing. I thought America was sending them boxes everywhere. That's how they was breaking bread, luring everybody into the American way. Like, ooh, America got the, ooh, you ever had that grilled cheese? That's how we was winning the world. Y'all thought we won the world by wars. Now it's that commodity box. Send it out. Get that big brick of cheese. I've been trying to buy some. I've been looking for it in the store. Just maybe I'll pay about $20, $30. It just seems like it lasts a whole month, though, because, you know, you buy them box of slices. I don't care if I get the 74 or the 36. It don't look like a week later. We need cheese again? Man, again, I done looked up how to make cheese, so we done ran through so much cheese around the house. I know how to do it, too. I just ain't ordered them bags that you need from Amazon. But by and by, we'll share with y'all. We're gonna make some cheese. But y'all made that cheese, yeah. Raven and Ramier, I coached them through it. That's how we did it. I'm the brains, they the hands and feet. You know how I get down. Rhonda sometimes jump in there. She jump in there and do something every now and again, but sometimes we gotta watch it. She don't like to follow recipes. She just bless her heart. But a man, you got a friend, she don't like to follow recipes. You give her a recipe like, ooh, what if we put broccoli in it? We trying to make chocolate chip cookies, see? Hang with Sister Joyce, that's what it is right there. You trying to put kale in everything. They just need put a little spirina in there. Is that what they call that stuff, the green powder? Why not? Boop, boop. I'm about to back up on it. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. Tell the truth, shame the devil. I'll be honest. So me and the kids, we tried sometimes, but if I catch you experiment on me, I say, y'all eat that, tell me how it tastes, and I go get me something else. Experiment on me, I'm not Mikey. I don't like all of it. So. But we have a good old time. I got to find out what they sent the pink lot now. I thought everybody would know the commodity box. I'm going to find out. You be like, how fast know about that? Google. And then every time I look up some on Pinky Lot, I find a family member. Almost every time, Brother B's like, oh yeah, that's my cousin. What? I thought y'all looked alike. I didn't even know. Or if their last name really will be Beezer, or Beezer be something with it. I know if their last name Beezer or Pinky Lot, that's got to be family. It ain't another set of Beezers on Pinky Lot on Pompey. So I know it's family. Matter of fact, I was looking one time at some songs. Man, I found a Christmas, I don't know are we on this, but I found a Christmas show they had, and Sister Beezer came walking down the line. I'm looking for a miracle. I said, like Sister Beezer. Brother Beezer's like, oh yeah, that's probably her. Seen on 2 songs, getting in. She was getting in. I'm looking for a miracle. They was marching in, singing Christmas songs. One lady was getting in. She was tearing it up. Boy, they were like, oh yeah, she always do that. It was a good old little time. So we was looking it up. We was looking up, saw different things. But it's good. But back to this Bible study. Science. The Bible and science. What they got to do with commodity box, I have no idea. It ain't on the paper, but there you go. So many things we think are absolutes in life that are not. History has shown us that even what science defines as truth today may be laughed at in 100 years. Like we laugh at people that say the world flat, but once upon a time, that was the thought. And even now, it still pops its head up, you know. You smoke enough weed, I guess you believe anything, because that's usually who's saying it. You ever heard how the earth is flat? Notice the two usually go hand in hand. They smoke a little of that wacky tobacco, and they be talking about the earth flat. No, sir, you just failed. That's what happened. You looking up. It just seems flat. It ain't flat. But usually go hand in hand. Notice the two. Correlation. Usually not sober people. They smoking on that reefer. That's what they used to call it back in the day. Their reefer ain't the same. They smoking crack. I don't care what they say. That stuff's strong. It ain't the reefer of the 70s. They got strong stuff. I ain't never heard somebody smoking weed and make their teeth taste sweet, but that's a strain. Purple sweet tooth. That's what they call it. Ooh, your teeth just taste sweet. Don't go out and look for that. Some people's like, ooh, it sounds tasty. No. Science and the Bible. They gonna go, I wonder where they sell it. Don't Google that. Don't be good. Behave. But the Bible doesn't even attempt to defend itself against atheists. It just gives answers to questions. It'll address them directly by stating the truth, but the Bible doesn't go out its way to say, well, this person's wrong and this one's right unless it's scripture related. So the atheist from his false or pseudoscience can have a point to make saying, well, the Bible doesn't directly say, and they could be right. But we can read it and understand it, and there are many truths in the Bible. Genesis simply opens with the words, God. God said. In the beginning, God created the heavens and earth. It doesn't try to explain thermodynamics or time, space, and matter to people. just as God created, it's up to us to study it. We're actually centralized in divine manner to where we're one of the few planets, as far as we know, that can observe our entire solar system, just because of where we're seated in our solar system. And we're the only planet that can maintain the life that we maintain, because of the gravity of the Earth, the distance our moon is, and the cant that it has on the planet that controls the waves, which we'll get to. But all that's controlled, centralized, the way we can hold an atmosphere, how the moon blocks space asteroids from crashing into Earth and creating catastrophic death and destruction. It's so much. Gravity, everything. Just put together so much. We're so far from the sun where we can have a nice summer but not burn up. And we're far enough away to where we can have a winter but not have an ice planet. The way God seeded the earth is amazing when you figure it out. Well, preacher, in the multiverse, there's 1,000 million infinite different options. If you can't explain how they created one universe, how are you going to explain the infinite amount? And besides all that, that's cartoons. Quit trying to make it real. You know, but some people be thinking that. They're like, it's a multiverse. It's a universe generator. It just pushes them out. In another universe, you have a mohawk, preacher. No, I don't ever have a mohawk. It's not ever happened in life. Unless I was cutting my hair playing and then just shaved it off before I left the bathroom. It ain't never happened. It ain't never happened. But these things happen. They come up. But the phrase the Lord spoke or the Lord said is used 560 times in the first 5 books of the Bible. And at least 3,800 times in the whole of the Old Testament. Isaiah claims that at least 40 times that his message came directly from God. Ezekiel says 60 times, and Jeremiah has it over 100 times. There are about 3,856 verses directly or indirectly concerned with prophecy in the scripture, meaning stating something that's going to happen. So that's 3,856 plus opportunities to prove the Bible wrong, but it hasn't. Hasn't ever been proven wrong. Mormons, Buddhists, and Muslims have what they consider their own sacred writings, but the elements of proven prophecy is absent in them. They can't prove it. Neither do any of their books really, truthfully hold anything that can be proven scientifically in most cases. Typically, they say the opposite of what we know to be scientifically true. Most people are not even aware that the Bible was written over a 1,600-year time span by more than 40 authors who wrote on 3 different continents in 3 different languages. Now, we have the Bible in English. It's good for us. We use it. It's great because we speak English. But it's actually originally written in 3 different languages on 3 continents. Everybody thinks the Bible was written in the Middle East. Where's that at? Have you ever thought about it? Did you know you can walk there from other continents? Did you know that all 3 are connected? We had that Bible study already. Most continents are connected. Most. You know, you can't walk to Antarctica. Don't try it. You're going to freeze. You can't walk to Australia. Something's going to eat you because, you know, everything eats in the waters around Australia. Sharks, sea crocodiles, jellyfish, just kill you, just everything. Australia, rough. If you ever see an overhead picture of Australia, typically they have pools on their beach because ain't nobody getting in their water. You go out there and die. So they have swimming pools at the beach in Australia. When you look at an overhead or a Google Maps view, you see that a lot. They spoke on hundreds of controversial subjects, and yet they penned their words with agreement and harmony, speaking of the Bible. These facts make the information given in this publication, this teaching, this lesson, even more proven. That the Bible gives us scientific facts. Oh, man, we're almost at the end. Okay. We're going to fast forward. We'll get back to this part. I want to leave you with 3 things. Well, I'll give you one. The Bible and the earth floats free in space. We know this to be true now. Remember once upon a time they thought Atlas held up the earth, or that the earth was held up by this giant turtle? Those are real beliefs. We think that sounds silly because Ninja Turtles live in the sewer. We all know that. But once upon a time they thought that's how the earth stood. It was a thing. People believed it. At a time, some believed that the earth sat on a large animal on a giant at about 1500 BC. The Bible spoke of the earth floating free in space. Job 26:7. Can somebody read that, please? Hangeth the earth upon nothing. Job told us that. And Job is considered to be the oldest book of the Bible. Science didn't discover that the earth hangs on nothing until 1650 AD. 1650 AD. So just a few millennia ago, we found that to be true, but the Bible told us that in the beginning. Only in recent years has science discovered that everything we can see is composed of things that we cannot. The atomic world. I know, Ant-Man and the Wasp, they keep trying to go down there. And seeing that little small world, what do they call it? The omniverse? The quantum realm, there you go, the quantum realm. They go to the quantum realm, but we didn't even know that that was a thing, or atoms, for quite some time. But Hebrews 11:3, which was written over 2,000 years ago, tells us what? Can somebody read that? Things that can be seen are made by things that do not appear. We can't see atoms, but atoms make up everything, including us. And you find it in Hebrews, written 2,000 years ago. How did the writers of the authors of the Bible know if God didn't tell them? But we're going to get to more, a lot more, but we want to get you three things. I wanted to speed it up. I got 3 questions for you that I want you to write down and see if you know for next week. This is going to be an interactive Bible study. We're going to do it a little bit different. Pull up question 1, Ramir. We're going to see what the Berean mentality is around here. We're going to see. What book and what verse said that there are paths in the sea? What book and what verse says there are paths in the sea? This is for next week. Don't try to give us the answer. And don't be too quick online. It's such and such. Calm down. Wait till next week and then put it on there. And you can do it at the beginning. But we'll ask next week. Everybody got question 1? All right. Paths. All right, question 2. What book and what verse says that why is God lowercase? That's your God. My God is a capital God. I don't know no little G God. That's humans. My God, a big God. He's capital letters. But says that God sends the lightning and it speaks. God sends the lightning and it speaks. What book and what verse says that? And we'll explain it. Like, how the lightning don't speak? We're going to get to it. That's called thunder. That's different. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. What book and what verse says that God sends the lightning and he speaks? Capital G-O-D. Ramir. Tell me you're ready. We'll go to the third one. All right, question 3. Find one of the 3 or all 3 of the books that show the second law of thermodynamics, the law of increasing entropy. Say, preacher, that's a 10-gallon word. I know, but the Bible covered it a long time ago. In 3 different places, nonetheless. The second law of thermodynamics, the law of increasing entropy. Say, preacher, that word's harder than saying Ecclesiastes. I know, but God got it all tied in. And it's in 3 different scriptures. You can find one, you can find all three, you can find two that'll cover that. And we'll explain it to you. We'll go into greater detail. And you can do it. It's a challenge, but you can do it. Entropy, increasing entropy. We're going to explain it next week. I do. Until next Tuesday. Because you know all y'all just going to Google that. I know you're going to Google it, but I'm going to explain it next week. That's the end of our Bible study. It's already been 30 minutes. It seemed fast to me, but clocks don't lie, I guess. So. Oh, no, we got to end this 30 minutes. This is how we do. But I like the fact that they're excited about more Bible study. Man, I need to ask questions more often then. Man, this is good. But we thank you for joining us for Bible study. Join us next week. If you got the answer, put it online next week. Don't put it early. Wait till next week. And then we'll be all one big Bible study family enjoying and reading together. And then next week we'll have a few more scriptures for you to read along. We always like to do that so you can jump in and read along with us. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, all that social media stuff. God bless you is our prayer. Sister Beezer, we should miss our Bible study tonight, please, ma'am.